Hello, beautiful souls. It's Breanne here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to Readings with Breanne. I am excited to do a kind of crystal ball dive, and I guess a crystal ball and a tarot dive for you guys for the month of November. Now, I do think it's going to be quite an intense month. I mean, this whole year has been quite jaw-dropping with some of the things that have happened, and I feel like things are kind of we're still not through the storm. I did kind of connect a few moments before coming on, and I pulled some tarot just on the momentum for the month of November. And I mean, it's quite interesting because I got two oracles that came out. One was Venom and one was Starborn. And what I'm getting with this is I do feel, I mean, it's no secret, we've got the whole Sean Combs, P. Diddy case, to many other celebrities being taken down. And I'm really getting that with this energy. So I think for the month of November, we're going to continue to see even more of this. I mean, lots of tragedies. I know we just recently lost Liam Payne. I did a video on this one as well. Now, what's kind of interesting is, okay, first of all, I do want to say I adore you guys. It's been amazing to be able to do this and connect with your guys' energy. I absolutely do not think that this is the gospel and I'm never wrong. This is just an energy and a perspective of what I'm getting. So that's why I really love to hear and read your guys' comments, because sometimes you guys catch things that I may miss, right? Especially with the tarot, if maybe you guys are seeing something that I'm not seeing. And it is interesting because when I was looking and I pulled the tarot on Liam Payne, I wasn't getting necessarily that this was, let's say, a sacrifice or something of that matter. I was getting in that energy that he was very much confused. I feel like there was a lot of medications and maybe some substance abuse, but there was something about him not seeing things correctly. Two of Swords in reverse was strongly coming out of that readings, and this is a big confusion. So I don't know if he has taken something that he wasn't aware of. I don't at all believe that he just voluntarily took his life, but I kind of wanted to touch on that because I did have a few comments that I really do appreciate people's feedback, because there has been more and more that has went into this case where people are like, no, we don't, there's definitely something more going on to this. And I've had a request to maybe do some, extra look at that. I'm not going to do another video on that, but what I can say is, yeah, it would not surprise me if there was some kind of manipulation on a mental level with him, which, kind of ended up with this result. I don't think that he just voluntarily decided to end his life. It just feels like there was definitely, there very much could have been something a lot deeper. So I just wanted to thank all you guys for kind of chiming in and giving your feedback on that, because I'm always open to hearing other perspectives as well. But that being said, I do see a lot more of that same situation, or a similar situation where a lot of stars are being taken down. And I know this one, I don't feel like this one's a shocker, but the other night I was having a dream and Justin Bieber was in my dream. I didn't get necessarily that there wasn't a whole lot going on, but something to do with a car. And I don't know if this is something where Justin Bieber is taken out. I mean, he's, mixed in this entanglement of that Sean Combs case as well. And, he's definitely a fairly big celebrity. I feel like that we could hear some more news on him over the next little while. So I do, seeing that in my dream was kind of something that I did want to, bring out there. Again, these are not facts. This is just an energy report. A lot of times as well, dreams aren't exactly what they appear to be, right? Sometimes they're very much symbolic. So I just wanted to share that. But that being said, this November, it feels like there are going to be continuous situations with, I feel like, stars and celebrities being taken out. We have the Temperance in reverse, we have the Two of Cups in reverse, and we have the Page of Swords in reverse for the general energy for November, you guys. So I am going to pull with you guys together, but this is originally what I was getting here. The Temperance You guys, in reverse, this is a really big lack of, a really big imbalance, I guess I should say, with the collective energies, okay? It feels like there is going to be more and more discord. And the fact that we have that Two of Cups, one thing I'm seeing again in my crystal ball, I have seen this before, but it's like a separation. And it feels like there will be more and more, let's say, relationships or divorces with this energy. Two of Cups reversed, you guys. And we have the Temperance reversed. With the Page of Swords reversed, this is bad news. This is things not working out. People are getting more and more reckless here and more amped up. The energies are building and building and building here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to continue to see more and more people. You know, this isn't just for romantic relationships. This is friendships. This is family that are kind of like a little bit at odds and separating based off of like politics and all this kind of, you know, personal opinions, right? And I think this is so important for us to really come together. We are so much more than politics, right? But I just kind of wanted to share, it does look like a bit of a bumpy ride for the month of November. On top of that, we have elections November 5th. My goodness, maybe we'll pull a few cards on that, or I'll see what I can see in the crystal ball. But there is just like one thing. Did you guys see that? I am seeing, I don't know, maybe it's just dust, but I've been seeing so many things happening in the camera in the last couple weeks. It's crazy. So, sorry guys, kind of got sidetracked there, but I'm gonna dive in. I'm gonna take a few moments and see what I can see in the crystal ball, and we're gonna go from there and we'll pull some tarot as well. Now, I really didn't plan on making this video about celebrities or the takedown of celebrities, but I will say there is a big old face popping up here, pretty big. And this is coming up as Oprah. So from Justin Bieber being in my dream, from Oprah in the crystal ball, again, something about these stars, Venom. I feel like there's big breakthroughs. And I guess you can say takedowns. I mean, these have been happening behind the scenes, but these are definitely things that are coming out more and more that I feel like we're gonna see here. So I guess for, you know, the month of November, we can still continue to see a lot of craziness when it comes to the celebrities, but I'm just gonna leave that at that unless someone else in particular comes up. Um, I'm gonna kind of switch gears here because I'm almost seeing more monoliths pop up, which is interesting. I mean, I don't know if this is in November, but I'm strongly seeing monoliths, and I am seeing the outline of Australia. So I'm not sure if that's symbolizing monoliths popping up in Australia, but or if this is two separate things. Let's see what else is going on here. I cannot stop seeing a trout. There's a trout here that's coming up very strongly. What does a trout symbolize? I'm gonna have to Google that one because I'm not too sure. I don't know the meaning behind this trout. Could be something specific in terms of the fish, but let me see here. Um, let's see. Okay, a trout, spiritual meaning and symbolism. So the trout, they say the trout's often seen as a symbol of wisdom, transformation, and adaptability. In many spiritual traditions, the trout represents the ability to flow with the currents of life. Okay, so that makes sense. This is really urging, I guess, like this is actually a message that could very much come out of that. This is really urging us to stay true to themselves, trust our inner guidance, and in times of uncertainty. Okay, so that definitely makes sense because this is a big time of uncertainty. I mean, I know you guys are probably always curious about this election that's coming up around the corner. This isn't my personal opinion, but I do see that Trump will come out on top with this. I do think there will be an election, but there is something weird about it still, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, guys. Um, but will this happen? Let's see. Six of Wands, a victory at what cost? Interesting. So I do think there is going to be some kind of election here. I know there's some talks or some people think there won't be election, or there's some predictions or mediums out there saying otherwise. This is just what I'm getting. I do think there very much will be an election. And I do see Trump coming out as winning here. So I'll pull the tarot because I know that's a big one, and we are entering into the month of November. I'm filming, I don't even know what today is. I think today is October 25th, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let's see if there's anything else coming out here. So lots of really random situations. Again, lots to do with the celebrities, takedowns, I guess I should say. But what I'm also seeing, like just a buildup of tension and some concerns about a potential war breaking out. That being said, I don't see a war happening. Not to say there's no conflicts, but there is a rise and just this increased discontentment amongst people. And it's like the separation of groups. And this is going to be quite strong, especially when the elections roll around. I feel like regardless who wins, there's going to be chaos ensuing here. And especially with Trump, people that are not for him, there's going to be some craziness going on here. I am still continuing to see more and more contact with other extraterrestrial, or it's like disclosure of this, especially with the presidency coming around. There's going to be lots of bombs dropped, okay? I don't mean literally, I just mean truth bombs, I guess I can say. But there's definitely something around extraterrestrial and their presence here. And I mean, there's already, if you guys do your research, there's already tons of documents that show there has been some kind of, confirmation of extraterrestrial existence. But I think that there's going to be some very, in your face knowledge saying you can't ignore this, right? And it's going to ruffle some feathers up, which is where there's like more of a momentum and a divide. So again, like that symbolism of the trout, throughout this chaotic next couple of months, really stay true to yourself through this change and interesting times ahead. Now, there was a vision I seen last night, and it was so fast. I was so disappointed because I was trying so hard to like get it back. But it was a vision of, to me, what looked like the screen of like the stock market. And it does feel like with all these chaotic energies, I thought October was going to be pretty intense, which there has been a lot of crazy energies, but November is going to be more intensified because I feel like there's going to be that crash. Crash. We're going to ask the tarot. I really want to pull the tarot on this, on how the economy is going to be for November, because it just feels like everything is a big explosion for the month of November, from these elections, all this chaos and corruption, things that have been hidden. Because I'm also seeing it's like this, I do see this a lot in the crystal ball, but like layers. And it's like you just keep layers of, I guess you can say, the onion being peeled. And it feels like there's so much stuff that is deep down and it's just surfacing, because there's all these transitional periods that keep happening. But November is going to be a tough one with the elections and a buildup of energy. And that Two of Cups I seen in reverse that came up just shows so many, I just want to say, unhappy relationships that are parting here. So it's going to be intense for, I think, a lot of us for the month of November. So let's dive into the tarot. Let's see, I'm going to take one more moment and see what else I can see before we switch gears here. So the last thing I'm really seeing very strongly is it's just a farm scene with I see chickens. Not lots, but I see some chickens like frolicking outside in their in on a farm. It's kind of interesting. And I feel like this is very much related to I want to say our food supply. It's kind of like we have been fed so many chemicals, so many toxins, and this is like a cleanup because when I see this farm, it looks really positive, it looks happy, it looks very abundant, and it feels like there's this next stage of talking about certain maybe farming initiatives or growing certain foods, growing local, growing organic, and getting rid of all these chemicals and pesticides that are really poisoning our bodies. So it seems like a lot of stuff going on. But let's get into this. I wanted to pull the tarot on probably multiple questions here. I'm curious more about the elections. I'm curious, I do want to pull a little bit on the continuous building of anger here, because like is that going to break out into more wars, more conflict, more fighting? I do see tons of conflict, but every time I've ever pulled to see if there's like a big war happening, such as World War III, I have never seen that happening. So I'm gonna see what's coming out again pertaining to potential wars that are maybe brewing in the background, conflicts, and we'll see what comes out in the tarot. So let's switch gears and move on to the tarot. All right, so let's dive into the tarot. I'm going to start off with just a general. Let's look at the general momentum for the month of November. How intense is it going to be? What can we look at for the collective for the month of November, Spirit? Energies for November. All right, so we have the Ten of Swords, but in reverse. We have the Fool in the situation, so that could be very positive. Page of Wands in the past. Ten of Wands, reversal for the present. The Devil. The Devil's fighting back. Yep. Okay, we've got the Nine of Cups. And we have the World. See, I'm telling you guys, this World is coming out in every gosh darn reading I do. And I've been doing a lot of readings these past few weeks. Like, oh, it's intense. And the World is one that comes out 99% of the time, no matter who I'm pulling for. It's really quite interesting. So, to kind of go over the energy, yes, there's a big shakeup. The fact that we have the Devil in the outcome for the month of November really shows a big battle. I want to say a big battle here. Let's see, what other deck do I want to use here with the collective's energy. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Now, what's really interesting about this is that this could really mean different things for different people. This is when, your authenticity and you guys rising above I guess you can say certain situations is really going to help move things along, okay? Because for some people, this is going to be their fears coming true. And that's what I'm seeing with the whole election situation. No matter who wins, there's going to be people that think, oh my gosh, this is the end of the world. Now, in my personal opinion, regardless of who wins the election, there is going to be how do I want to say this? That like the collective is already barreling in a certain direction here, okay? And we have a whole new starting here. So it's kind of like some people, that's where there's a big divide. This is people getting consumed by their fears and thinking that this is beyond help, okay? Being beyond help. But for others, this is rising above the problems, okay? And seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So I know times are extremely intense, but they're all happening for a greater good, and I consistently get that. Look at this Empress in the background, you guys. This is a rebirth of the earth. We have the world. We have the night. See, this is what's really interesting, okay? Yes, we have the devil in the outcome, but look what's surrounding it, the world and the Nine of Cups. If these were in reverse, it may be a little bit more concerning to me personally, but seeing this is like, this is a roundup of the rest of the corrupt and the big takedown. Now, not saying that this is all going to be done and like brush our hands off and we're good to go in December. This is something that's going to carry forward for the next little while is what I feel. You know, I mean, we're not completely out of this whole chaos yet. It's going to take time to clean things up, but we are on the way to doing that, you guys. We have the Fool. We have the Ten of Wands in reverse over the present situation. This is, you guys, a big collapse and a breakdown. Now, so many people still think that they're relying on some president to come in and save the world, and that's not what's happening here. Yes, there can be somebody that can come in and be a catalyst for change for this Fool energy, but they are not here to save the world. This isn't like nobody is going to just come and save the world. This is a collective effort here, and we are moving into a new energy as a collective, one that is going to be really beautiful and have a lot of potential for growth here. You know, let's see here. I love this. It says, she has everything a woman needs in abundance. So this is going to be a new realm of abundance. With this look, you know what? You guys, look at this. We have the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and we have the World. Lots of 10 energy. This is showing a completion, okay? So there is a completion that is happening, and we are entering into a whole new phase. This is incredible. So change is happening, but let's keep going here because I do want to ask quite a few more questions. This may be a bit more of a lengthy video, so hopefully you guys stay with me. I do like to keep my videos or try to keep them relatively short, but let's see what we have here. I do want to ask about the elections. So Spirit, what's the momentum of the elections on November 5th? Momentum of the elections. I think one of the big questions is, will they be happening? Let's see here. I do want to ask a couple different questions about this topic because this is definitely one of the bigger events happening in November. All right, momentum of the elections, Spirit. Wheel of Fortune, the Fool. All right, so, and we have the Death card. So if we kind of go through the energies here, we have the Wheel of Fortune with the collective. The situation is the Fool. Are the elections going to go forward? Are we going to have the elections? We have the Knight of Wands as the outcome, and we have the Page of Swords in reverse, which is interesting because that's usually my delayed card. But then we also have a Four of Wands. Interesting. Reunited and reconciled. So this looks like a big yes, we will have the elections. There is a potential of a bit of a delay here. We do have over the present energy, it's the Seven of Wands. This is trapped, but who is the monster? Very interesting. It's kind of that energy of who's going to be the next president? Who is really the monster? Kind of bringing up a bit of that reptilian energy and shape-shifting as well. I feel like there will be lots of more. I've been talking about that for a while, but that's what's kind of bringing my attention with that energy, is like that shape-shifting energy. If you look at this, you can see this looks like Frankenstein is the monster there. So kind of shifting it within the crowd there, so that's kind of interesting. The past energy is the Four of Swords in reverse. It's like the energy of awakening. The collective is awakening. This is fated, so this election is very significant, if you guys haven't noticed. But yes, I do see it taking place. So with that being said, as according to this energy, it looks like a big yes. It looks like things will go through. If anything, there could be some delays. That is a bit of my delay card, but it's not in the outcome. It's just aspecting it. So it's kind of like something funky goes on when there is a, when the polls are tallied here, because we have the Death card. And what's interesting is I have also seen a potential, another attempt on Trump's life. So if he does win, which I see him winning, we're going to ask the tarot and see what comes out of that. I think there is very much a danger on his life here, because we have that Death card and it feels like this is something that is consistently coming up. So I do think he has to be very careful. I mean, it's not the first attempt, you know, so it's not even the second. How crazy is that? So I think with Trump winning, a lot of things are going to come. The cat will be out of the bag. So there is definitely a fear or danger for his safety with this energy. So with that being said, let's keep going here. What is the energy? I'm going to look at Trump and then I'm going to look at Kamala. You know what? Let's look at Kamala first. What is the energy? This is, again, all alleged and not my personal opinion. This is just, I'm just going to read the energy of the cards. What is the energy, spirit, of Kamala taking the lead and being a potentially being the president? What is the energy for Kamala? Okay, we have the Four of Cups in reverse. We have the Ten of Cups, the Magician, the High Priestess in reverse, and then we have the Five of Swords in reverse. All right, so if we take a look at that, I don't see this energy being her winning. Especially we've got the High Priestess in reverse. We've got the Five of Swords in reverse, the Four of Cups in reverse here. It almost feels like she could have a lot of support behind the scenes, not because she's doing, you know, A, B, and C, but it's like the Ten of Cups could be a lot of secrets that are being held back, especially with the High Priestess in reverse, you guys. This is secrets, okay? Silence. So if she's in power, certain manipulation gets to be hidden, okay? So that's kind of why I feel like I don't know who's even taking the lead right now. With this energy, I don't see her winning, but I do see her having some support, and it's support from keeping secrets silent. The silence, the withdrawal, Four of Cups, this is withdrawing, retreating here, okay? And especially with the Five of Swords in reverse, it's kind of almost that feeling of could be escalating violence as well, but this is also, you know, ending conflict, kind of putting things behind the, you know, things, sweeping things under the rug. That's what it feels like, okay? Like this says here, the brutal tale of the victory, but it's in reverse, okay? So it's not looking great for Kamala. That's what I'm getting here. Yeah, and the next card is the Moon. So this is about illusions, things being uncovered. There's just a lot of, you know, a lot of kind of iffy energy going on with that. So let's compare that to the energy of Mr. Trump and see if his energy's coming out any better. What do we have for Donald Trump taking the lead and becoming the next president? What does that look like, Spirit? What is the energy for Donald Trump winning the elections? Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles. It's looking pretty good right off the bat. We now have the Seven of Swords. Interesting. We have the Ten of Pentacles, but it is in reverse, which is interesting. Now we have the Ten of Cups. Wow. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. So, Five of Cups on the back. See, this is what's weird. The Wheel of Fortune is showing me, yes, he is going to win. But there is a big but with this. This Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Seven of Swords in reverse, there's going to be a lot of people that I feel like are going against this. It's almost like it's like him potentially getting in, which is what I'm seeing, but then there's also kind of a fight against that, because they're saying he's not suited to be president because he has, you know, done X, Y, and Z. And that's exactly what I'm seeing here with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Swords here. So overall, it's almost like this energy of lies, things happening with finances, kind of like rocky foundations and like maybe money laundering or illegal activities, we can say. I mean, and then there's like this sadness. So it's almost like he does win, but then something happens. And that could be the big thing that's kind of, you know, popping with this election, because Five of Cups over here is sadness. Why is there so much sadness if he wins, right? So it's either that or potential energy of him even being taken out. So with that Death card in that past reading that we had, that's kind of the energy that I'm going with. That's what keeps coming out here in the tarot. So yes, I do think Donald Trump will win, but how long, how you know, there's the inauguration, what, in January? So, you know, what happens from now to January could be quite interesting, or I can say from November 5th into January, but I do see Trump winning, and then there's something that is unfortunate that happens here with Trump, I guess I can say. So interesting that came out. All right, so I am curious to pull the tarot just to see what's the energies of any potential wars, any breakouts in any potential wars. Every time I pull this, I do get a no to any big wars, but I do see tensions increasing for November. I wouldn't say, excuse me. Bless me. Oh my goodness. My apologies, guys. Woo. Okay. Let's keep going here. So let's see. What's the energy? Will there be any big outbreaks in war? Okay. Interesting. All right. So we do have the Tower. Judgment in reverse. The Magician. Oh, but we do have Justice. What is this one? Nine of Pentacles. And on the back we have the Seven of Pentacles. So kind of interesting here. I do see some kind of outbreak happening here. We have the Tower, and then we have the Judgment in reverse. If it was upright, you know, maybe this is the collective learning their lessons. Now, I don't see any big Civil War or World War III. We have the Justice in the outcome, okay? And then we do have people coming together here. But having this Tower and the Judgment in reverse is just showing, you know, kind of some malicious energies, indecisiveness as well. So things are kind of, you know, the forces that, you know, are being taken down here, they're still gonna fight. They're still, you know what I mean? It's not like they're gonna just roll over and say, okay, you guys win, but they're gonna fight to the very last, you know, minute, I guess you can say. I feel like that statement is not fully the way I imagined it to come out, but you know what? I think you guys get the idea of what I'm saying here. But that being said, we have Justice, the Nine of Pentacles, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. So the outcome of this, I'm not seeing anything completely, you know, being blown out of proportion, but yes, there are tons of buildup of energies, and then we do have some manipulation. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if there's some breakouts over the month of November, but I don't see it breaking out in terms of like a civil war or even like a World War III or anything of that matter. Okay, so that is kind of something that I do consistently get. You know, I don't think the world's ending, you guys. We are entering into a really beautiful period, is how I see it. And Seven of Pentacles as well on the back. This is a really fruitful time. I'm using kind of my horror terror deck here, but this is usually the image of that person building up, growing, nurturing, you know, building up their wealth here. And this is kind of the collective coming together and things working out. This is the cultivation and growing into a whole new period here. So okay, so we looked at kind of quite a few things here. Any final messages for the month of November? One other thing I do want to look at is what is the economy gonna be like here? Because that is strongly coming out. Is there gonna be a big crash? How is the economy? How is the stock markets? All of that stuff. What does that look like, the economy for November? Okay, we have the Hanged Man, the Moon in reverse, 10 of Pentacles in reverse in the past, a whole new world. I'm not going to sing because I can definitely not sing, you guys, but I'm hearing that whole new world. What is that, a Disney movie? Oh, sorry, I'm dropping things here. Okay, so we have the Nine of... Oh man, I don't know if that came out in reverse or not. The Nine of Cups, the Emperor, and we have the Temperance. I have a feeling this was actually in reverse and I kind of dropped it. Okay, I'm gonna get one clarifier. Can I clarify that Nine of Cups just to... Oh, and then the whole deck, you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna take that. I did have the Death card and the Queen of Cups that fell as well, so let's put that over there. Change is coming, you guys. Something is in the air, and this is the time is now. Where will you be when this big event happens? Look at that, you guys. Oh my goodness. And then we have the Sun on the back of the deck as well. What? This is quite crazy. Okay, so let's see, what were these ones? Ooh, Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, and the Devil energy. So when it comes to the economy and the market, now, I'm kind of surprised that the Tower didn't come out here, but what I'm getting here is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. This is a lot of dirty business done by these guys here. This is worldwide. This is something that has been going on for so many years, centuries, long time. So what this is showing me when we talk about the economy for the month of November, the Moon in reverse, this is a lot of, I feel like, exposures. Again, I feel like we have been talking about that for months, but it's really, when it comes to money, this is things that deception being exposed. It is about to be exposed here. So I wouldn't be surprised if things tank. There's, you know, a lot of chaos when it comes to the stock market or the economy. It does feel like November is full of imbalances and stagnancies because we have the Hanged Man over the collective for the month of November when it comes to finances as well. Now, the Hanged Man can really be a lot of uncertainties for the collective when it comes to where are things going on a financial level, but there's going to be so many exposures, and there's this new energy coming, right? But there's still this uncertainty from the people because there's still things are not clear. This is, I don't feel like this is something that is going to be cleared up in the month of November. It feels like even December, maybe even into January, things may be a little chaotic. And it does feel like, one thing I will say is I did a tarot reading on AI, and I got a significant amount of abundance that came out of that. And I was getting actually finance programs, I guess, or funding programs where there's going to be a lot of wealth going back to the people because these guys have been hoarding it. 10 of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So all this wealth that the elites have been, using for, the black market, and you guys know. That's all coming. I feel like there's a cleansing, and all of this wealth is going to be redistributed to the collective. But I don't see that happening in November. It's the shake-up month of it, okay? So continuous takedowns, and I gotta say exposure of these big companies that have done so many corrupt deals, okay? Especially with the outcome. 9 of Cups, you guys, this is even indicating the sex trafficking. The money that is in, like, as you guys can see with the whole P. Diddy case, how much money is out there on the table exploiting little ones and doing all these awful things is just incredible. But there is this cleansing of this energy, and this isn't something that's going to be able to continue to happen any longer. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna kind of leave that energy there. I mean, we looked at quite a few things for the month of November, so I don't want to kind of go on and on and on, but we did look at kind of the general energy, the economy, potential wars, the election here. So you guys will have to give me your input. Again, I don't want this video to go on for, a significantly long time. So I'm going to leave you guys with that energy report. If there is anything, it feels like this month of November is like jam-packed. So potentially I'll even do a part 2 if more stuff comes out or comes to me throughout that time. But what is the main message? Let's end this, try to end this on, let's see if some positive notes come out here. What is the greater meaning behind all this chaos, Spirit? A whole new world. Again, I won't sing because I'm an awful singer, but we have the Fool. Yeah, you guys, it's something. I mean, look at that, 2 of Swords. There's 2 different pathways. So this is something that keeps coming to me. There is going to be a group of people going down kind of a darker path here because they're so consumed by politics, and they're going to think the world's ending, and there's a lot of chaos happening this month coming up, or November. We're still in October when I'm filming this. So what I can say though, but there's another part of the collective that is waking up, and they're entering into a whole new world here, okay? So very important to just keep yourself centered. I know everybody is really interested in the whole politics and the election and the P. Diddy case. And yes, it's okay to be aware of these things and to view them, but don't get consumed into the chaos of them, okay? Really bring your heart center back, bring yourself back to your heart center, and kind of shut out that external world, because all the answers you guys have are within, okay? So lots of love to you, lovely soul family, and until next time, bye for now.